Yeah, green. That's for green. And for blue, your actor must not wear anything that has it going to end. Then what I'll do is I'll drag it to my timeline. Now, when I drag it to my timeline, you can see I have my video there. So the first thing I normally do when I want to do green screen, especially if it's something that was shot flat. Now, what I mean by flat is when you are shooting, you don't want all the colors to start popping out so that you can have something to work on. Now, the reason why I chose this clip is because you will not always find green screen that are very, very green, that are very, very perfect. You understand? So that's why I am choosing to use this one so that you will be able to understand no matter the difficulty it's going to give us in keying it out, you you be able to understand that okay, this is the process of doing this. So the first thing I want to do since this image is flat is I want to make sure that my colors are proper. So I'll go to effect and presets. Then I'll go to RGB, RGB curves. Now, another thing you can do is, you see when I clicked on it, all the effects came out. You can see all the effects. You have the effect for color correction. So what I want to do is, I want to look for let me look for curve. Yes, let me look for curve. So once I click curve here and drag it there, it comes to where you have your effect controls, just like Adobe Premiere. You have your effect control. So the first thing I want to do is I want to reduce the brightness a bit. I want to reduce the brightness a bit. You can see what is happening to it. So I've reduced the brightness a bit. Now, the next thing I am going to do is I am going to increase my saturation so that I can see my green. My green should be my green. My green should be my green. Now I have master saturation here. So you can see the more I increase the saturation, you see that the lady is getting her real yellowish color or whatever you people call it. She's a light-skinned person, so it's all popping out. So I am not going to pull it too much. I'm not going to pull it too much. And let me see. I will bring this down a bit so that I can have everything that is black, let it be black. So after doing this, the next thing I want to do is I want to go to my keying effect. So you see, under effect, you still have keying. So I want to make use of key light. So what I'll do is I'll just drag the key light. I can drag it here. I can put it here. I can as well put it on top of the clip. So once I put it there, you see key light and all that. Then it has this drop, like this eye drop tool. So you click on the area that you want, or you click on the color that you want it to take out. Once I click this, you can see that the color is out. So now, I'll now start fine tuning this. But before I fine tune it, what I want to do is, let me bring a background that will be underneath my subject. That will be underneath my subject. Sorry, I'm going to be running through because we still have other things to cover. Please do not forget, like the video, share, subscribe, and invite somebody to join the class since we're just starting. So this is my background. I have this background saved somewhere I want to use for a project. So I am going to put it below. Below. You can see now that she's showing. But if you look, take a good look at it, you will see that the key now, there are spills. There are spills. So what I'll do is I'll go back to this clip where I have the green screen. Then I'll now start toggling everything. I'll start toggling everything. The first thing I want to do is I want to check the status. Now, my status is showing me that, oh, there are a lot of spills and there are a lot of gray area. So what I'll do is I'll still leave it on this status. Then I'll go to screen math. So I want my black to be black. Here we go. Then let's say my white should be white. I want this to be very clean. So then I don't want all these sharp edges. So what I will just do is I can come to this pre-blur and just make it 2 so that it will not be sharp, it will be soft a bit. Then another thing I want to do is screen softness. I can make the screen a little bit soft. Just tweak it a little bit here and there before you know result. So I am going to do this. I don't want this edge, this border. So let me just leave it at 0. Um, okay, so now let's look at our final result and see what we have. Can you see what we have? Can you see what we have here? Can you see what we have? But I still have this spill on our cloth. What will I do now? I will go back, or I can just leave it here and say, okay, I want to adjust this. You can see the adjustment I did. You see what happened, right? So I'll take it back. You know, most times I find out that people that are just trying this software out, they are always afraid to make mistakes. Me, I am not afraid to make mistake. I am a fan of, okay, making mistakes until I get it right. Yes, until I get it right. I love making mistakes until I get it right because you learn from the mistakes. You learn from the mistakes. So this way. Let me reduce this a bit. Okay, it's causing a spill on my background, which I don't want. So let me take it out a bit. And that's too much. That's too much. That's too much. So I drag it back. Let me reduce um, my preview resolution so that it will work very, very fast. Um, okay. So yeah, so what I'll just do is you can I don't like this color. It's changing our color. Let me take it back. Okay, this is our original color. And so what I found out is the reason why the clip is not why you still have this spill here is because the colors. So what I'll do is let me adjust this. Can you see? You understand? Can you see? Now I'll take this back up. See, this thing is a timeline based software, and the way you arrange everything, the way you do everything matters a lot. You see the time we have this guy up here, you will see a lot of the spills and all that. But if you bring it down, you understand, you will see that the image is now looking realistic. You understand? I don't know if you are getting me. Um, like I said, at the end of the class, we are going to take questions and answer. So let me take this out. If I take it out, you can see what we have here. If I keep it, you can see what we have here. So basically, basically, this is how to do green screen. This is how to do green screen. Basically, this is how to do green screen. Now, I am going to show you the Of course, a lot of work went into this one I am showing you because it was well littered. It was littered properly and it was shot properly. It was shot properly. That is why you have this like this. And you can see the way I blended the colors. I want it to I want it to match with the scenery, the entire scene you are seeing. So do not be afraid to try. Do not be afraid to try. Do not be afraid to try. So these things, this After Effects, once you get to master it, I bet you will be happy that, oh, you spend time learning it. You spend time learning it. So I've showed us how to do a simple green screen. You can see if you want a news background, or maybe you want somebody, maybe you just want to start a short YouTube channel, and you want to have a presenter, you don't have money for a very big studio or money for studio. Just get a green or a blue material, have your presenter come. You can shoot with your phone, you can shoot outdoor. You can shoot outdoor. You can do all those things. You understand? Then get a background, put somebody in front of it, let the person start talking or start presenting. You can even do it for your church announcement. Yes, I forget to tell you, I you can do use it for your church announcement. You see all those things they do in news, weather forecast, and all that. If you will want a special training on how to do all those things, you can send a message to the number on the screen. You can send a message to Impact Media Academy. We are going to be doing mentorship on how to understand this whole thing. Just because of time, um, we cannot take a lot of things. If not, I would have been saying, okay, let me be attending to your questions while I'm teaching, but that is going to waste a whole lot of our time. So now, yesterday, my brother Impact was telling us about how to use template, how template makes your work easier, how template makes your work simpler, faster. Because one thing with After Effects, if you say, okay, you want to go and start creating everything from A to Z, it will take a lot of time, it will take a lot of energy, it will take a lot of resources. So there are companies out there that makes templates and they sell it, and we also make templates too and sell it. How do you make templates? It's from your project that you create, you save it as a template so that other people can use it, and these things cost money. So I am going to show us one template I have been having in mind to do like an intro for. Maybe you can use it for an intro. You can use it to create an intro for your church and all that. So let me go and open it. Um, let me go and open it. Okay, let me just go to open project. If you have a project before, you can decide to open. So it's asking me to, I'm going to save this, save. Then I want to open a new project. So this is a project I want to open. Now, when you get a template you want to work with, the template comes with everything, the way it is listed, everything. They will just tell you, okay, or you, as somebody that understands After Effects, you should know what you want to achieve. You should know where you want to place your image, where you want to place your text. Like you see, the way this one, like the way this template is now, you understand, is a broadcast template. But if I want to change everything, change the color, change the write up and all that, I can do that easily. You understand? Like for now, let me change this broadcast new opening so you see what I mean. I am going to be typing Impact Media Academy. So you see, I'll go to the text. I'll go to the text. You can see how many layers you have here. You can see how many layers you have here. Is over 200 layers. So that is why you get to understand that After Effects is something else. After Effects is something else. It is something else. So I want to make adjustment to the text. Sorry. Okay. If I cannot find the text, what I can do is I can just click select, and on my timeline it will show me the layer I have selected. Now see, it showed me logo. So what I can do is, you can see the text, right? You can see the text. So I can come here. I can decide to change the text by double clicking. Let's say this is impact media. So where you have 24 news opening, I can say okay. I can double click. I'll double click and say After Effects. So I can decide to hide this and not show it. Then I'll now come to adjusting my text. What I'll do is, this text too big, or I want to change the font. Let's say I want to change the font to Tahoma, for example. Sorry, Tahoma, for example. I'll change to Tahoma bold because I want to make a bogus statement. Yes, I want to make a bold statement with this. You understand? The benefit of template is you can manipulate, you can change whatever you want. You understand? You can change whatever you want. You can arrange, rearrange everything. Let's say this text now, I want to go to align and it properly, realign it properly. I'll just come to align. I'll bring it here, and you can see it's there. So if I go to my main project file, you will not see broadcast again. What you will see is our International Impact Media Academy, Media After Effects Impact. Can you see? Can you see that there? So automatically it blends with what we are doing. So that's one of the ways to work with templates. That's one of the ways to work with templates. I can decide that, okay, this other part, I want to remove this text, or I want to create something else. You understand? So the reason for template is so that you can arrive at your goal immediately. If you have a project you are working on, you can easily do it. See, everything is properly named. Now, this mini text now, okay, I don't want to see it. What I'll do is I'll close the eye, and even if I render this project, you will not get to see it. So you see, that's the first layer I closed. Now this is the second layer. Now after this rendering, this blue line you are seeing here, this guy going here, you will not see that text again. Bam, it's done. You understand? So that's how to make use of templates. Even if you want to do a template that is text based, maybe you want to do a graphics, a trailer, for example, you can pick the trailer, you can give it any color you want, the template, any color you want, you retype the text, rearrange it, and export them one after the other. I'm also going to show us how to export. I'm going to show us how to export. I'm going to show us how to export. Now, this global option, I can decide to keep it or I can decide to delete it. But for now, I am going to keep it. Now, After Effects works in a way that the way your camera functions, the same way, the same thing you have on After Effects. Now, this camera here, you see, it is locked. That means you are not supposed to do anything here. You are not supposed to tamper with it. Most templates comes when you see it and you see that there is this lock sign. If you are not a professional person, you are just a beginner, you don't need to tamper with it. For somebody like me, I can decide to tamper with it, change the way this template will move, change the way it will come in and all that. So After Effects is very broad. If you give yourself to it, if you give your time to it, you will enjoy it. You will enjoy it. I love creating stuff. I love doing a lot of these things. So After Effects is wide, is wide. If you get to understand it, you'll be glad. You'll be glad you did. So I hope you are getting value. I hope you are getting value. If you, like I said, if you have any question, please drop your questions at the end of the day. We are going to attend to all your questions. So I've just shown us, this is a template I got, that I got. So I have just showed us how to manipulate this template. You understand? How to manipulate this template. And I believe, I think at the end of this class, Mr. Impact is going to tell us one or two things concerning using template also. So this is it. If I want anything at all, if I want anything at all, if I want all these guys to go, all I will just have to do. You see, working with After Effects, you have to be very patient, especially when you are working with templates. Since you don't have the time to start creating all these things from scratch, you have to pay attention to what you want and what you don't want. Like I am saying, let's say if I want to use this for my church now to create, let's say I want to create an intro for my church now. I can decide to remove some of these texts that I am not going to be needing because it doesn't make any sense to me. And also, when you are using templates, you come to the project, you see the main template and you see some other folders. They will tell you, okay, what is inside the folder and what is not. So you can even bring in your image. Let's say, for example, now on this particular template, I want to put my image. What will I do? I'll first of all look for where they have, you see, like all I'm going to drop the resolution so that it can run faster. It has a lot of timeline, a lot of layers, sorry, a lot of layers, a lot of layers, a lot of layers. So I want to, now this is the background here. If I uncheck this and uncheck this, you'll notice, you can see there are changes going on. You understand? I'm going to open it back. Then there's what they call grid. So you see there is a lock key here. That's to tell you that, hey, you must not touch this, except if you are a professional. Except if you are a professional. That's the only time you can touch it. Except if you are a professional. You are a professional that understands how After Effects works. Now, I want to look for the very first video. Let's say A, for example. Okay, let me come here. Let me come here. Let me see what we have here. Okay, good. So I want to double click here.